gathered here in a huge number to view the stake and applaud the stake. After 1 hour of screaming and shouting here. Last man, Archbishop Thomas Cranmer, who was the last man to be here in the stake. He was 80 years old. Just imagine with me for a little while. In those days, where we are standing right now, this is a city ditch. Bodies of dead animals were lying here, very muddy area. These shops were not here in those days, but behind these shops there was an old city wall, and on the other side of old city wall there was a city, like all the shops and all. But right at the back of this building, even till today, if you go at the back side of this building from Corn Market Street, you'll see a tower. You might have seen that, Saxon Tower. Right at the back side. So Saxon Tower was a prison for these people in those days. So when other two were burning alive here, Archbishop Thomas Cranmer, he was standing on the top and looking at other two people. He said, no, I don't want to die like that. It's better to be a Catholic. So for 6 months he was a Catholic. Then he changed his mind again. No, I must die for my faith. Then he shared this one of his friend who was here in Oxford, and his friend gave him some gunpowder, some explosive to keep near his neck. So when the flames came up, so he was brought here, when flames came up, his head got exploded. He didn't have to suffer a lot, he died very quick. So that's how. Now enough with dying and killing, I know you are here to enjoy. So our next destination is actually Bodleian Library, but this is known as the Bridge of Sighs, and we all understand the meaning of sigh, right? Both these buildings are part of Hertford. This is Hertford College. This is Hertford College again. So college wanted the students to come out of the building and go to the other side. Why don't we build a bridge over there? The students can directly go to the other side. So originally, this was known as the Hertford Bridge, because in between Hertford buildings. So when students, they used to go from one side to the other, people used to listen to these annoying sounds from that bridge. Very tough examination or something like that. So that's how the name came out. College never intended to call this the Bridge of Sighs. University of Cambridge, they do have a Bridge of Sighs that is on a river, right?
Yes.
But both these Oxford one and Cambridge one, they're just the replicas. The original Bridge of Sighs is in Venice, which is in Venice, Italy. After the bridge, can you see the building and people are going in?
Yes.
There's a very famous pub known as Stir Freven, and they have a motto of that pub: an education in intoxication. Every student, whoever has studied, must surely go to the pub. Margaret Thatcher, Tony Blair, Elizabeth Taylor, Mr. Bill Clinton, Bob Ross, all these famous people, they have visited this pub many, many times. This pub is having many stories about these famous people, which I like the most. I'm going to tell you now. Mr. Bill Clinton, who was a student here at University College, and he was caught here at this pub red-handedly with marijuana or cannabis. When he became the president of the United States of America, some of the reporters, they went and asked him a question. Sir, you were caught there red-handedly with marijuana? He said, but I did not inhale it.
Yeah,
so
famous.
that is this famous pub,
saying.
12th century pub, famous saying by him. So, yeah, though it was in his mouth, but he did not inhale. So he's an honest man, we must trust him. Might be holding for someone else. The first antibiotic, they work inside this building. Mr. Albert Einstein's blackboard with his handwriting on it is also inside this building. Free entry to homes. Yeah. But as I told you, we are not going to go inside the museum. You can go by yourself, otherwise we will miss many they got 3 different apartments inside here. This is going to be open till 5 o'clock in the evening. That is Blackwell. Blackwell is the biggest bookshop in UK. It doesn't look that big, but many buildings at the back. And they started it as a second-hand bookshop in 1879, and that time only 3 people could fit in. 3 means being divine or being delicious. The motto of the University of Oxford is written here on an open book. It's written in Latin, Domina Salminato Mea. Domina Salminato Mea, the Lord is my life. It has been taken from Psalm 27 from the Bible. And this tells us that how much importance was given to a religion at this university, basically to Christianity. So when they started the construction of this room over here, it was in 14th century, but it took 65 years to build the room over here. Because many times in the history, university ran out of money. They stopped the construction, went out asking rich people for the donations. Started, stopped. That's why no period to build the room over here. While they were doing the construction over here, university got another vision that why don't we build a library names are written are known as bosses, not full names, just the initials of the people who donated a lot of money to build this room over here. So their initials are over here. We got 455 initials on the top, and all of them, most of them are the names of the people, but some of them are religious symbols as well. You can also get your name inside here. None of the ceiling is artful. And there's a blue board inside that room where you can get your full name over there. You just need to donate, not much, £500,000 per person. You have a full name over there. And imagine how much these people must have paid to put their name on the ceiling. Two pictures are blue companies library. We're not allowed to go, but they do have very beautiful seating over there. Everywhere it's Domina Salminato Mea, the Lord is my life. University, and this is known as the Redcliffe Camera. Camera in Italian, it's a room, and in Russian, it's a prison. At one time, this was a room. Did you say prison? Prison. Sorry. Sorry. Then they started the construction of this room here. As I told you, Redcliffe Camera. I have told you, Redcliffe comes from John Redcliffe. He was a very famous physician. It was his desire that university should have a proper reading room. He decided to give a big donation to the University of Oxford. In 1714, he gave £40,000 to build this room over here. At that time, due to many reasons, they couldn't build this room on time. So after giving such a big amount, he waited, and he died. He was not able to see the stone built over here. But this is the most iconic, most pictured building. You must have seen it in many places, especially it's there on Oxford English Dictionary front page. But he was such an unlucky donator. He gave such a big amount to the university.